Welcome to my channel, BL Delights. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 12. Amyro Paradox.
Satoshi Onoe is a reporter for the weekly gossip magazine Dash. The magazine is a hit among readers, often containing juicy details about the latest celebrity scandals. Its success is largely down to its so-called stakeout crews, teams of journalists and photographers who follow celebrities in the hope of catching them getting up to no good. One day, the magazine's senior staff decided to reshuffle the stakeout teams and pair Satoshi Onoe with the photographer Motoharu Kaburagi. Satoshi Onoe secretly resents Motoharu Kaburagi and thinks of him as a rival of sorts. Furthermore, while Satoshi Onoe prides himself on his writing skills and his sense of ethics, Motoharu Kaburagi is very different. The photographer has poor manners and takes a haphazard approach to work. The two clash as they begin their joint assignments, resentful that they have to work together. But as they try to catch the ultimate scoop, they unexpectedly begin to develop feelings for one another.
Number 11. Cherry Magic. 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard.
Adachi Kiyoshi is a regular salaryman who, at the age of 29, was still a virgin. On his 30th birthday, he suddenly finds himself acquiring a new power, the ability to read other people's minds whenever he touches them. Shocked and unnerved by this new ability, he struggles to cope. That is, until one day he accidentally touches the handsome and popular fellow office worker, Kurosawa Yuichi, only to find out that Kurosawa actually has secret romantic feelings for him. How will Adachi cope with this new revelation?
Number 10. Me, my husband, and my husband's boyfriend.
Nakamichi Misaki is a teacher who has been married for 5 years to her attractive husband. She appears to have a life that many would be envious of. However, the truth is that she has been concerned about her marriage due to the lack of intimacy. Her husband only sleeps with her once a year, on the day of their wedding anniversary. As she continues to question her husband's sexual desire for her, their next anniversary arrives, and she receives a shocking confession from him.
Number 9. Old-fashioned Cupcake.
Soon to be approaching his 40s, 39-year-old Nozue feels his life is at a standstill. And because of his age, he feels he is at a point where he cannot take risks and change his life. As such, he continues to decline promotions at his job and romantic advances from other women.
Number 8. Tokyo in April is.
The new employee Kazuma, who returned to Tokyo from America, reunites with his close friend from middle school, Ren, who is currently working as the top designer at their company. It is their first meeting since the abrupt farewell during their 3rd year in middle school 10 years ago. Ren was his best friend and his first love. He is as strong and good-looking as ever, and Kazuma is happy just being with him. However, Ren avoids the subject of their time in middle school rather unnaturally and acts like a friendly former classmate. But he's behaving this way because he is gay, and above all, fears being rejected by Kazuma. Yet one night, the two of them get together again.
Number 7. More Than Words.
The story revolves around two best friends, Mieko and Makio, who end up working a part-time job at the same place. At their new job, they meet a university student, Eiji, who ends up falling for Makio. Despite everyone around them being against the relationship, Mieko decides to watch over them as they grow, and their bonds and relationships gradually change. The story revolves around two best friends, Mieko and Makio, who end up.
Number 6. The End of the World.
the world is thrown into chaos when the public learns that in just 10 days' time, a massive meteorite will hit the Earth, likely wiping out the entire human race. This horrific news has sent a young man working in a dead-end office job named Masumi Nishina into shock, but he soon makes peace with his destiny and decides to return to his college library, where he intends to read books in a tranquil setting while he waits for the end to come. But this decision proves to be a major mistake, as it is here he is reunited with the man who ruthlessly broke his heart, Ritsu Kusakabe. Back in college, they were both in the same publishing club, but parted ways bitterly. Masumi Nishina had hoped he would never have to set eyes upon Ritsu Kusakabe again. So cruel was the latter's rejection, while Ritsu Kusakabe went on to become an IT hotshot. But with the clock ticking and just days remaining until the world comes to an end, they start to wonder if they should perhaps reignite their romance and fill the remainder of their lives with passion.
Number 5. My Beautiful Man. Season 2.
Having overcome the obstacles that stood between them in high school, Kazunari Hira and Tsukiyoi are now dating and even living together. Hira is now in his 4th and final year in college, while Kayoi continues to work hard in his acting career. But life for this couple isn't smooth sailing. Hira still struggles with self-esteem issues, and it impacts both his relationship with Kiyoi as well as his search for employment. Kiyoi tries his best to encourage his boyfriend, but can Hira overcome his own internal self-doubts and take steps to create a forever with Kiyoi?
Number 4. Love is better the second time around.
Business editor Miyata Akihiro invites successful university professor Iwanaga Takashi to write a column for his publication. Upon meeting in person, Miyata discovers it's not their first encounter, since Iwanaga was his first love way back in high school, under a different family name. Iwanaga seems thrilled to reconnect with Miyata, but Miyata would rather avoid him, as in still-to-be-explained circumstances, Miyata broke off their relationship completely and tried to move on. With his busy schedule and a girlfriend to boot, Miyata's normal world starts to unravel and collide with his past as he unwillingly works with Iwanaga. Can Miyata and Iwanaga start all over again?
Number 3. The Novelist.
Kazumi Haruhiko is a university student. One day, he causes a bicycle accident. The accident causes novelist Kijima Ryo to break his arm. Kazumi doesn't have insurance or money to pay Kijima for his injury. Kijima then asks Kazumi to transcribe a story he is writing. Kazumi is surprised to learn the story is obscene.
Number 2. Mood Indigo.
The story begins with Shirokido's reunion with a former classmate, Ryo Kijima, at a college teacher's funeral. In the past, when they were students, Kijima used to show talent as a novelist, even earning a big prize. Kido was jealous of Kijima's success, but after reading his works, he became aware of his lack of talent and gave up writing novels and became an editor of erotic novels. However, after reuniting, it became clear to Kido that Kijima was stuck, facing a wall. He had used up all his talent. With Kido also being in a lost state, he offers Kijima the opportunity to write pornographic novels. With the intense eroticism and closeness, both men open up and feed into their desire. As their lust grows, so does their toxic craving. The two become a relationship beyond the line, while a mixture of emotions are drawn from the suffering Kijima. The story begins with Shirokido.
Number 1. My Personal Weatherman.
Popular handsome man and weather forecaster Segasaki is actually a tyrant at home. Yo, an ero manga artist in a tight spot knows this very well. This is because the two of them are living together. More than that, It's because he cooks and cleans for Segasaki. To no surprise, in exchange for being provided food, he must obey everything that Segasaki says. What comes from such a contract is